Yeah, one of the things you learn during the course of a long basketball season is not overreact to when things go well or when things aren't going well. We're 2 possessions away from being 16-5. 2 possessions. But we're not. We've had 2 games where we've had the ball with a chance to win it, and we didn't get it done. But when you have some holes in your boat, you have to decide which holes do you want to fix. Because you can't fix everything. Every team has holes. Even the team that wins the national championship is probably going to lose 5 or 6 games. I use the analogy, Syracuse went to the Final Four last year and lost 15 games. So you're constantly trying to make your team better. But to me, the thing that disappointed me most with our team was our attention to detail on defense and rebounding. And those 2 things are controllable. There's, when they jump up and shoot the ball and it rolls off their fingertips, you can't control that. That's usually a mindset, But being in the right position on defense and fighting for rebounds, I was proud of our progress in those 2 areas tonight.
Before you made some changes, you talked a little bit about what the kind of thinking behind that.
Well, there's two things in basketball that you can never take for granted, and I'm coaching young men that are not only learning lessons in basketball, which is a sport, but also lessons in life. You can never ever come into an event like a basketball game and not give great energy and effort. And when you do, at some point, you're going to be. When you don't, at some point, you're going to be penalized. I just didn't think that we had some guys that were playing with the right energy, had the right attitude. Attitude is the essence of life. If you don't have the right attitude, then who are you? What is your purpose? There's 2 things you can control in life and 3 things you can control on a basketball team. The 2 things you can control in your life is your effort and your attitude. Basketball team is those 2 things plus being the best teammate you can be. And that's part of our culture. And when I see those things going the wrong way, then those are going to be teaching moments. The worst thing that can happen to us is not lose a basketball game. Come on now. There's worse things in life than that. Worst things in life, the worst thing can happen here is we lose a basketball game and we're not helping these kids be the best people they can be.
Is it something where moving forward, so you're going to play this game by game depending on who you're playing, matchup?
I haven't thought about it. I don't thought about it, and I probably it's not something that I'm concerned. I thought that Kyle had his best game tonight. That was the best I've seen Galen play in a while. The reason I put Armani in the starting lineup was not necessarily that he deserved it, but I knew that Wes would help us off the bench more than Armani would because of Wes's mentality. Wes has a maturity about it. He'll come off the bench, doesn't care. Armani started the game, couldn't make a shot. Wes comes off the bench and makes 2 threes. That's the reason why he did it.
Dot, you guys had some games where maybe shooting doesn't get off to a good start, but you get find a way tonight. And put your finger on, those spurts that you guys have had lately where
Just starting the game slow, like Coach said, no energy, no effort. We just have to come out every game with a good attitude, good energy, and just play for each other, and play defense hard and rebound, and that's how we can get off to a good start that way. But it all starts with the attitude and how we approach the game.
You mentioned there's other things worse than losing, but to get out of this a little bit, get a win, get things going on this. You got 3 in a row here at home.
Yeah, it feels good to get a win after 3 losses in a row. We just got to learn from those losses and just make progress from now
on. With Rob moving, was that, I think he only took 3 shots in the first half. Was it a little bit more conscious effort to have him run that point and be more of a shooter?
Yeah, Rob's still evolving as a basketball player too. He's sometimes he overthinks the game, and sometimes Dot went through that a little bit last year, but Dot made unbelievable strides in being a good basketball player. He threw some passes that my eyes were crossed down in my lungs. That they were. He hit Galen. He hit Galen in his shin when tonight with a pass. If that had been a baseball, it'd been a wild pitch. And then he had another one where he reared back and tried to throw a slide arm slider that I ain't sure what his kind of passes those were. But Dot has been a very good high IQ basketball player. You know, high IQ guys make good decisions. Dot's been really good at that. You know, he goes 2 for 9 for 3, but I want him to take those same 9 shots next game because he could go 9 for 9. He's that good a shooter. So, but eventually they're going to go in. You know, our problem wasn't our offense. You know, you can run the best offense in the world. It's like baseball. You hit a ball to the, out of the park, guy jump over the fence and snatch it back. That's, you know, hey, you got wide open shots, you got good shooters shooting them. That's great offense. But they have that scoreboard up there for a reason. Keeps track of points. But even when we weren't scoring, we were getting great looks. Armani was getting great looks. Dot was getting good looks. Chicken had some. I mean, we were getting wide open looks. We just weren't making them. But I remember the first time out, I looked at them all. I said, "Hey, those are great shots. You keep shooting those things and shoot them with confidence."
I know we didn't ask you this yesterday, but the game today was supporting the cancer, and you guys do the 10 issues.
Yeah.
You know, every year you guys do this, but does it help to awareness and that kind of stuff?
Well, we're honoring little Lacey. The big kid that played for Michigan State a few years ago, Adrian, befriended her and kind of became her good friend. He'd go visit her in the hospital. I think she was 7 years old. And I can't remember the kind of cancer she had, but she died. And so we've always done this Coaches versus Cancer, where we honor and bring awareness, honor people that have cancer, die from cancer, but also bring awareness to it. And all of us are affected by it, directly or indirectly. If we don't have family members, then we have friends, or we know somebody. And it's, you know, it's our way of bringing awareness. You know, hopefully in our lifetime, we find a cure for all cancers. And that's what tonight's all about. I saw some college games last night. The first thing I noticed was coaches wearing sneakers. I think I was watching Oklahoma and Texas last night, and Mike walked in with his sneakers, and people's going to turn TV on. They're going to wonder, why are those coaches wearing those sneakers? And then the commentator's going to say, because this is Coaches versus Cancer Awareness Week. So I'm proud to do it. I lost my mother in 2014 to cancer. So for me, it hits home like a lot of people.